The Janata Parivar has come back. The old socialists are together. They are on my debate as well, together and united against the BJP with the able support of the Congress. Rita Bahuguna Joshi of the Congress Party. Nalin Kohli is a spokesperson of the BJP and an advocate. And he's with us today. He's going to be taking a lot of people on, and they include Pawan Verma of the JDU, Gaurav Bhatia of the SP, Danish Ali of the JDS, and I think I should actually introduce all three of them as representatives of the Janata Parivar. But problem is, I don't know which designation to give whom. Now let me just give a quick summary. We'll run the pictures over it. What is the story? The story that we are debating today is that all leaders from various political parties, they met at Mulayam Singh Yadav's residence in Delhi, and then there was a press conference at which they said, we confirm the formation of an alliance against the government. Now, Nitish Kumar said this. He said, we had discussions on the current political scenario. Everyone agreed we have to work together inside and outside the parliament. Parties represented, I already told you, is the RJD, the JDU, the Samajwadi Party, the Indian National Lok Dal, the JDS, the Janata Dal Secular, former Prime Minister Deve Gowda. Now, what is not clear for me, and I'm placing this right on top, is are they one party or are they separate? Do they have one leader or are they all leaders in their own right? And if they are not together, if they are separate, if they don't have one leader, they don't have one, one symbol, then how can you call yourself, a new political party in the first place? So who'd like to open the debate? Let's start with one of the members of this new Parivar. And my first question goes to Gaurav Bhatia. Gaurav Bhatia, how hypocritical can you be? You first decide whether you are together or separate. Are you together or separate?
Arnab, if somebody is being hypocritical, it is you. And I would remind you that just a few weeks back, you were the one who was dismissing this new formation. And you said that can they stay together? Who is the leader? And that is the question you asked me.
Do.
And I told you that, I told you at that point of time that one thing we are not short of is quality tall leaders of the country. And today I think by this meeting it is clear that all of these tall leaders can come together to fight for the principles of socialism and secularism.
Don't talk about principles.
Against the communal agenda
you can say on TV, this is the only way we have to survive.
I will.
At least be honest.
I will.
I think Pawan Verma will be honest.
Because
I think Pawan Verma will be honest.
I don't need Arnab's permission to talk about ideology, to talk about principles. And that is what keeps us together.
I think Pawan Verma will be honest.
That BJP doesn't like. No, BJP, I am also being honest, if you can see my honesty. But your mirror just doesn't catch my honesty.
You're not even letting Pawan Verma speak. How will you do politics with him?
No, he's an elder brother to me, and I give the stage to him.
You're all brothers, but you see, you're fighting for the same space. Now, Pawan Verma, what is the name of your new party?
Arnab, let me say to you, I'll make it very brief. First of all, Arnab, you will concede, since you were quoting the Constitution of India all the time in the previous segment of your program, there is space for a democratic opposition. That democratic opposition will not migrate to Pakistan as a particular central minister in this government would like us to. That democratic opposition will not be preoccupied with this fraternity at an individual or collective level as another central minister when she said that those who oppose us are haramzadis. We are here to fight for what we believe in. Now there is a tactical and an ideological side to it. The tactical side is very simple. I don't wish to beat around the bush with it. The tactical side is that if the opposition is divided, the BJP, in spite of its massive religious polarization, wins by the skin of its tooth, the narrowest electoral support base, it comes to a majority. And the ideological side of it is that we have very genuine reservations on what this government is doing. The gulf between what it promises and what it delivers, the manner in which it is planning its economic policy, which is going back to the Shining India syndrome at the expense of the poor and the downtrodden, which is very obvious. 1,000 crores in new schemes is given to agriculture for all things. I'm coming back to it. I'm coming to you, Arnab. Have the patience. You've asked a question. And we have very genuine problems with this kind of mass hysteria creating communal disorder and disturbance, which will actually jeopardize and paralyze governance. Now, this is the ideological aspect of it, and there's a tactical aspect of it. Surely you don't disagree that there can be attempts at unifying the opposition. Now, as regards the process,
what is the name of your party?
Today Mr. Nitish Kumar said very clearly that we have resolved to come together, and that Mr. Mulayam Singh Yadav has been authorized to work out the modalities in order to move from this resolve to the creation of a unified party. That is a process because it requires a symbol, a name, and many internal processes in all of these constituents of the former Janata Parivar.
Right.
That process has already begun, and we will come out with a name and a symbol, and I am hopeful that we will.
Remember,
Arnab, one last
now
word.
on this debate.
We may have failed in the past. We may have failed in the past, but those who look at to the future only from the prism of the past are prisoners of history and are devaluing the possibilities of the future only because they are mesmerized by the past. Allow this experiment.
The past. No, those
give
who don't
it time.
Forget the past.
Give it gestation and incubation.
Those who don't learn the lessons of history are condemned, Pawan Verma, to repeat it. I'm sorry to say this on your face tonight and to burst your bubble. I have tremendous personal regard for you. But you have a history of failure. The foremost example is the disintegration of the Janata Party in 1979.
You new frontiers, Arnab.
You forgot 1979.
You learn lessons from the past. You don't become prisoners of the past. You take action that corresponds to current
Nalin
situation.
Kohli, are you threatened? Nalin Kohli, are you threatened?
Obviously, there will be action.
May I? No, I'm certainly there. I lost this line for a moment. Mr. Goswami, I have to compliment both Mr. Pawan Verma and Gaurav Bhatia. Unity is a very good thing, but let's look at it, what they said. Mr. Pawan Verma said inadvertently the truth, that we are here to fight. He was only speaking of the past record, and he's only confirming what the present and the future holds in store. And if I may actually tell you, if you look at the Janata Parivar, let me just finish, sir. If you look at the Janata Parivar,
how many fights
and
it's
ironical also.
Over Mr.
Let me finish, sir. No, you said it. I heard you very carefully, and the exact word was, we are here to fight. There was a full stop after that. There wasn't a semicolon. However, it doesn't matter.
I must
so the
say
next is, if you were today,
you didn't hear my sentence.
Let me just finish. Let me finish. Now, if you today, there are approximately 600,000 people who aspire to be or sit for the UPSC exam. If you ask them to write how many times the Janata Parivar has split, I challenge you, 5,90,000 of them will fail. You won't need a mains exam, and you will be actually able to go straight to the interview. The point here is there is a socialist thought, and that's been part of the Indian thought. There's nothing wrong with that. They want to come together. There's nothing wrong with that too. But exactly what Gaurav Bhatia said is there for the nation to see. That there were more leaders in that room, and all of them are prime ministerial aspirants. So the question is, look at the bundle of contradictions. In
no,
Bihar,
let everyone come in.
Governance in Bihar. Governance that you fought against Mr. Lalu Prasad Yadav is now the alliance partner of the JDU, and together they want to bring back the Janata.
Danish and Rita Joshi, I'd like to know where the Congress stands on this. 1 second, Rita Joshi, after that Danish. Rita Joshi, what do you think about this? Potential partners for you, the Janata Parivar?
Well, you see, this is not the first time that political formations of these sort have been tried, attempted and tested. See, we have seen how they come together and how they fall apart. And they fall apart because they do not have a single leader. They don't fall apart because they have aspirational conflicts. They fall apart because they don't have a common agenda. Now we have to see how things progress And these same leaders we have seen several times sitting on a table and holding press conferences. Now, if this formation is coming up, there's nothing very surprising, because in the past 3 decades, all the political parties
They're replacing you.
have been making political formations.
They're replacing you. They will make you irrelevant.
Had more than two. Had
Ritaji
more
has
than
a common agenda with Narendra Modi.
Small,
1 second.
regional and district level
Congress
parties.
has a common agenda
Along
with
them, they
BJP.
were not sure of
Because
a victory.
Congress and BJP both
as far
are
as
together
the-
in economic policies.
As far as,
That is why
let me speak, please. Whatever has come in the 90s, introduced by Mr. Narasimha Rao, and more or less every political party, even Mr. Devagowda, Mr. Gujral, they've all been prime ministers. Nobody has tried to deviate from that. So this liberal economic policy with different nuances has been accepted by every
Sir,
political
ma'am,
party.
do you realize, no, 1 second,
Even we talk about
government
the
accept
about the government.
do you
right
realize what is
now-
happening, Rita
right
Bangla Joshi,
now-
why they are being formed? They are being formed because, I'm sorry to say this to you, I have a lot of personal regard for you also. It is only happening because your party has been rendered to be insignificant. You are insignificant, Rita Joshi. That's why
You're
these parties
absolute-
are getting a chance.
Rita,
As an
you don't
opposition,
react.
Wrong, you're
As an
absolutely
Be careful
wrong.
in how you react.
Formation along with the BJP had come in 77, there was 89, there was 96, there was 2004. So please don't say this. No opposition or no
Danish.
power group in this country
Okay.
can be formed
Danish
without Congress.
Danish of the JDS,
is the main
Danish of the
political party
JDS
of this
is
country,
taking on the BJP
which has
tonight.
crores
Danish.
of workers all over the country.
Danish
You
wants
can't
to ask a
discuss it
question
like
to the
that.
BJP also, I think. Danish.
See, the country needs an alternative against both BJP and Congress.
Right.
Because people knows in last 200 days, people have come to the conclusion that there is not an iota of change in the economic policies of the BJP government headed by Mr.
So you are
Narendra
saying
Modi.
that you are saying Deve Gowda is the alternative to Narendra Modi.
No, this Janata Parivar.
No, who is the alternative?
No, you can analyze what Madam Rita Joshi has said, that you can analyze the economic policies of the United Front
Is
government
Deve Gowda
headed by Mr. Devagowda.
Is Deve Gowda-
Devagowda's United Front government
Gowda.
reduced the fertilizer
Where is the
prices.
difference?
United Front government
Yes,
reduced the
government is playing with the
kerosene
land
prices.
acquisition
United Front in
government
UF
playing
government
with the
headed
social
by
benefit
Devagowda,
scheme.
there was
Please don't
not
say
a
this.
single farmer suicide. There was the borders were calm. See,
So you are saying, I'm asking you again, I want Nalin
And
Kohli to
Congress-
respond. I want a clear answer tonight. Is Deve Gowda
where is 15
Arnab,
lakhs?
can I just-
People
can I
are
just
knocking
make
the
a
doors
comment
of the
before you
ministers of
invite
Narendra
Mr.
Modi
Nalin
government, that they have opened the account. Where are those 15 lakhs that were
I am
going to
asking
come
you,
from the Swiss bank?
Is Deve Gowda the response to Narendra Modi? Or is Mulayam Singh Yadav the alternative to
Arnab.
Narendra Modi? Or is Sharad Yadav the alternative to Narendra Modi? Or is Nitish Kumar the alternative to Narendra
Arnab,
Modi?
this is
Or is
a
Lalu Prasad the
parliamentary-
alternative to
Arnab,
Narendra Modi?
it
Tell
is
me.
this is a parliamentary democracy. It
Why-
is not
Arnab,
a
what do you
presidential
think of
system.
Mr.
What
Modi?
BJP and Congress
The
wanted.
only
Mr. Modi is
leader who
governing, you
can
will
lead the
see
country.
how he
I
stumbled.
think there is a doubt in your mind probably that you are comparing Mr. Modi to all these tall leaders as if Mr. Modi is the only leader who can lead the country. And the BJP promised development.
Demigod.
This front would show that development and secularism are not mutually exclusive.
Farmers
They can
are committing
coexist.
suicide,
And we have
Arnab.
seen
No,
after
there is no debate
after
in
the
parliament,
BJP
no
government has
debate
come
in
to
the
power.
Okay, at
how
least be
they have
honest.
been communalizing
At least
the
be honest.
agenda.
At least be honest. At least be honest tonight. You can call me names, you
No.
can say whatever. My question is, and by the way, every little
No, but the way
compliment
you
I
are
get from
comparing as
politicians-
if it's something Mr. Modi is.
I am
the only
asking one
leader who
question,
can
and now
govern the
at this stage, I want to bring back Pawan Verma and Nalin Kohli. My question at this stage of the debate is, please admit you are a very good speaker. You are extremely rhetorical when you want to be. You are extremely factual when you feel like. But you can also be very classically devious when you choose to be. Pawan Verma, and be neither tonight. Just answer a straight question. Are you or are you not driven by desperation? Not you personally, as in the parties. Because Samajwadi Party 5, RJD 4, JDS 2, INLD 2, JDU 2, 15 seats in the Lok Sabha against the BJP's 282. You were decimated in your respective states by the BJP.
Don't forget, Arnab.
You were decimated in your respective states by the BJP.
BJP was two seats at one point of time.
Are you driven by desperation or not? You will answer that, and then I'll get Nalin Kohli to respond. Pawan Verma.
Arnab, I'll give you an honest answer, and I know that your Hindi is very good, so is your Urdu. गिरते हैं घुड़सवार ही मैदान जंग पे, वो तिफल क्या गिरे कि जो घुटने के बल चले. I give you an honest answer. Our condition may not be as good as it could be. We have suffered defeat. But I believe a democracy allows the space for a democratic opposition. And I'm surprised that you're ridiculing the attempt to form one. Are we going to be immediately prostrate by a majoritarian government, even if we have deep reservations on its policies? Instead of trying to judge an experiment to forge a greater democratic opposition on its merits, to judge it by how it performs, to look at its credibility and also see the counter narrative it offers. All you are bringing to this discussion is a cynicism based on the past. It's easy to be cynical. Even the BJP was only two-member party.
No, I'm sorry, I'm not ridiculing you. All I'm saying, and I'll respond to you in Hindi, that there should be sincerity between what you... No, मैं हिंदी में कहता हूँ आपको. I know your Hindi is very good, I know your Urdu is also very good. I'll say it to you in Hindi. As they say, जो वो मुहावरा है कि जो कथनी और कहनी में फर्क नहीं होनी चाहिए, हिंदी में जो कहते हैं, मुझे लग रहा है कि हाथी के दांत खाने के और दिखाने के और. तो खाने के लिए तो आप कुछ और करते हैं, दिखाने के लिए आप दिल्ली में प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस करते हैं. नलिन कोहली इज रिस्पोंडिंग नाउ.
बिल्कुल नरेंद्र मोदी जी साबित हो गया है कि हाथी के दांत चुनाव में कुछ और थे और प्रधानमंत्री बनने के बाद कुछ और है.
आप आगे देखिए ना क्या करते हैं.
बीजेपी के लीडर्स में साबित होता है.
नलिन कोहली,
अरे आप आगे देखिए ना हम क्या करते हैं. आप क्यों परेशान हो रहे हैं?
नलिन कोहली.
Mr. Goswami, I want to say something. Pawan Bhai was speaking and he said something very interesting. He repeated the word democratic alternative. The only democratic thought that gets them all together is the perpetuation of family-based politics. All the parties are basically like old states, princely states, that would either come together. The only time princely states in the past got together was through marriage. An alliance.
Are you saying that for Nitish Kumar?
Always were fighting across. So therefore, I find it interesting that those family-based parties primarily, I'm not talking Mr. Verma only about your party.
Rita Joshi, Gaurav Bhatia, 1 minute left. Rita Joshi.
Your track record is not good.
Rita Joshi, 1 minute left. Rita Joshi, counter.
Look, Arnab.
Rita Joshi's counter.
Look, Arnab.
Rita Joshi's counter.
Mulayam Singh Yadav to the JDS, where you have Mr. Devagowda, you have the INLO. So I mean, I'm making my case
Rita
based
Joshi,
on all the
how many families are ruling
I have
in
to
the
give
BJP?
time.
Secondly, he spoke about governance. 1 minute, sir. You spoke about governance.
Nalin Kohli knows that they're not delivering at all. They're not delivering on the front of governance.
Uttar Pradesh, we
and
know
that
what
is why they talk about, sometimes they talk about the political lineage, they talk about family
you are elder to me also. I hope you have the...
They've gone back on every commitment to the nation.
I realize that the Congress party likes to speak, but just let me finish my point. So therefore, in governance, Uttar Pradesh model we have seen, buffaloes take a priority over human beings, and we certainly know what is the leadership.
Okay, Gaurav Bhatia is the last word of the debate tonight.
What is Gujarat?
Mr. Majhi, who actually has...
Nalin Kohli, how many...
Gaurav Bhatia of the Samajwadi Party. Gaurav Bhatia.
Arnab, one very important point. If this new formation was so irrelevant, times now and an anchor like you would not be wasting its time having a discussion on this formation. All the channels today, all the political parties, BJP and Congress, are discussing this new formation because they know that tomorrow it would be a formidable force. And BJP hates strong opposition, and I assure you, through this formation, the strongest
I don't rule any of you out.
will be faced by the BJP.
And the people needs a change.
We are pretty sure.
Change in the
If
policies.
Congress is not sure.
Based on
then
policies.
I think it's Congress's problem.
I don't rule anyone out. I don't rule anyone out. I know that you won in Bihar.
Mr. Goswami,
I know that you won in Bihar.
What will be the election symbol? 1 minute. What will be the election symbol? A cycle with a lantern, a person wearing a
Okay.
scarf,
That would be
and perhaps carrying
decided.
a
That
few
would
more.
be decided
Just out
by
of
the
curiosity.
Election Commission of
Nalin,
India.
Nalin, you please
Narendra
don't
Modi
worry on that.
advocates
All
should
those
go.
modalities
That
will
was-
be
Ladies and
decided
gentlemen,
at the meeting.
ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say something.
Election Commission of India.
BJP and Congress both.
I want to say something. Can I say something today?
Policies.
मैं कुछ कहूँ, मैं ये सिर्फ कहना चाहता हूँ that in India is a very diverse country. We cannot have a monochromatic politics. We cannot have only one party rule. If there is going to be competition in politics, good for the country. May the best person win.
This is the
Let's see where
colour
this
of,
goes.
the
Thank you for joining me on that debate on the Newshour tonight.